Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut, and I'm here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you. How many times might people look at it on Mike's and doesn't go to my?
Well, you got to start
like
accepting
more.
You got to start accepting more friends.
I already have supposedly 3,700.
Oh, you got way more than me.
Yeah, but you actually have local people who are in the business, all that kind of stuff. A while back, they were like, if you accept all these people that are the same as you, it's going to mess up your algorithm, which is all BS. But,
I think I actually know all of my friends, though.
Yeah, I have only like 2.
Yeah.
Everybody else is technically acquaintance. Please don't take that wrong.
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of news.
Click as they delete you, unfriend you.
Please. There's a lot to talk about today. I'll let you go with your real estate, but first, I know. First, I want to talk about commission sharing websites have emerged. So you can't put your commission in the MLS, but there's other sites that are coming out to say you can put it over here, and we'll tell everybody what it is. But it's that caveat emptor or whatever you call it, buyer beware, and realtor beware, because I think in the settlement you're not supposed to be able to disclose your commission anywhere online. I think it's just in the MLS. But since the settlement agreement bans offers of compensation from the MLS, but allows for them to be shared in other places, many have felt this could be an ideal solution, and understandably. Several websites have designed to share the compensation and concession information have popped up. The question is then they're going to get sued, but it's going to take some time. So there is a new one called Home Kickback.
Yay!
Or no, I'm sorry. It's Home Kick.
Okay, I love how I love. They need to change it to Home Kickback. All right, that's a perk some ears.
Yeah. So just be careful if you use those. I'd rather just tell people.
Yeah.
You want to write an offer? Call me.
I had the
you normally have a conversation with them anyway before you write an offer.
You should. I had a conversation with some potential sellers yesterday, and they brought up the lawsuit, and I said, "Look, everything's going to go basically the same way. We're going to offer a concession. We're going to list your property for 5%, okay, or 6%, depending on what we negotiate. And you can choose to pay the buyer's agent, or you can just choose to pay me. Whatever you want to do."
Yeah. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. You'll get paid no matter what. It doesn't say that's illegal. Now, if it came back that it was illegal, that'd be something else to talk about.
Yeah.
It's just how you disclose it. So what's going on with the market here locally?
Thing is BS anyway. It really, really is. Let me do this. Let me share this.
Okay.
Because I don't even think I looked at it. Oh, 611 active listings.
1933.
And 1933. 1933 divided by 7, essentially, since today's the last day of the month.
Are you dividing by? I thought you were dividing by 7. You're like saying how to do it.
Is it how you do it? So what is that?
It's actually 6.75. We'll just do it by 7. That's 276. So we're right around that 270, 280 number constantly. Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, you went live.
Did I? Am I
according to my watch?
Oh, cool.
But I forgot to go over here on Instagram.
Oh.
All right, now we're live on Instagram.
Oh, I didn't get to notice.
Oh well. All right. So
anyway, we're just chugging along. Oh no.
Active.
Hey, we just went live.
I know. Active 611. That means there's some properties out there to show.
Yeah.
I just hope they're priced right.
Give me shit about what I said. what we were talking about earlier. Nice
just
jab.
Because your seller wants you to overprice the property
doesn't mean you have to do it.
Yeah.
Well,
because there is a rule I could have swore that they said when you overprice a property from the beginning, you automatically lose so many people to look at it, even in the future.
Right.
Because of that.
Your first 2 weeks is your biggest aha. And if you miss the market, you might not get aha. You have to go lower than what your aha is to get an aha.
Because I would rather have the eBay effect.
Yeah.
Price it right, and then have everybody,
oh my god,
I want this house.
I got to have this house. I better overbid 5,000.
So if you price it right, people will bid it up, but you can't price it where it's way too much. However, there was a survey thing came out with all the appraisers, and they were talking about how most properties are being, when the appraisal is coming in over what you guys have it sold for.
Really?
Yeah.
That's but they don't bring in some good old comps.
Well, they bring it in at the sales price because it doesn't matter.
Right.
because you don't want to say, oh, by the way, you left this on the table.
Yeah, there was one I just closed representing a buyer where it came in. Oh, it was the one we just finished up, and it came in a little bit higher than the purchase price, which I thought was interesting for an appraiser to do this day and age.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes they don't, because once it closes, that's what it's worth.
Right.
A lot of numbers came out today. Okay, not a lot, but ADP employment, which helped the market today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we actually saw, where are we at right now? We were came in, and so the ADP employment showed an increase of 122,000 jobs created in the private sector in July, which is fewer than expectation of 150,000. The previous month figure was revised higher from 150 to 155,000.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's really that big of a difference, but it is, lower than their expectations.
Showed an increase of 122,000.
Right. So
in the private sector. Okay.
So they did 122,000.
Right.
They were expecting 150,000.
But they revived that from there.
That was what it was expected this month.
Okay.
Last month, or the previous numbers that we reported last month, we reported 155,000, but they revised it to 150,000.
Marlene, what you say? Just did that yesterday. Value above contract. Wow. Well, so
we didn't say that, a clock that's broken is right twice a day.
Marlene is an amazing, fantastic appraiser. One of my go-tos. We have one in our club as well, but
are you saying he's not great?
No, he's good. He's good, but he's
actually doing more commercial now than anything else.
Yeah, and Marlene's not afraid to write a narrative if she needs to. She does a great job.
There are some places, though, that in Florida, it came up that the appraisers are writing the value is dropping in certain areas, and then that's causing people to. So the question is, when does that become a trend? If you're still there, where you have to do something like that. Because I know during the 2008 and constantly everything was showing that it was going down,
a declining market.
Yeah,
we're not there yet, but I would say when more homes are selling,
well, it was
for
only
less
1.5, and it's like, why did they even say that then? I thought it had to be 5 or 10%.
Probably someone that got in trouble before.
Probably. So the 10 years at 4.10. So that is different than we had for the longest time, 420. Which drops 420 30. So, and we're up about 7 basis points. So it's really not doing much for us, but overall, pending home sales came in today, which measured signed contracts of existing homes.
Okay.
That increased by 4.8% in June, above the expectation of 1.5%.
That's a big up. Over.
Well, I think more people got into contract in June, and we're going to see in probably July than they did before. Year over year, pending home sales were down 2.6%, an improvement from the 6.6 decline reported in the previous month. So people are starting to see, hey, I got to get into a house. I don't have a choice because summer's over.
Summer's over, and I'm tired of paying this.
I want to move. The Mortgage Banker Association came out with their application data for this week ending 7/26. I should say last week 7/26, showing an overall application volume decreased by 3.9%. So like 10 applications for purchase a home were down 1.5% for the week, down 14% year over year. Refinances decreased 7% from the previous week, and we're 32% higher compared to 1 year ago. I'm starting to see some people just going, you know what, refinance me, let me do my house, and then I'll worry about getting a better rate later.
But let me pay off this really high interest on my credit cards.
I have a 2.99. I don't want to take the money out to pay off my 30% credit card.
Right.
If that would be stupid.
But I can survive on Cheerios and a little bit of sugar.
But if you really look at the numbers and have somebody run those for you, when you pay that off and that money you're saving on the minimum payments per month, take half of it and put it towards your principal. And you'll pay that loan off in 15 years.
That would be like doing a smart thing.
It would be. Stop focusing on rate. Don't look at rate. You'll never move forward if you look at rate only.
Eyes up here, buddy. Eyes up here.
You have to look at the benefit of what it's doing for you and stop listening to people saying, don't touch that rate. That's abusive relationship. We talked about that before.
You know,
all right. Tomorrow we only have initial jobless claims, and then Friday is your BLS jobs report. All right. What else you got? You there?
I know. I'm just like blown away with all this information.
What?
You know, I saw a news report on the 527 homes that are breaking ground, and it's amazing. Of course, the announcer or the writer of that piece, she made it sound like a horrible thing that 527 homes are going to be built on land that used to be an almond orchard probably 35 years ago. I can't remember trees being on that property for at least 20 years.
Well, drive out to past Oakdale and look to the left as you're driving past, on the other side of Oakdale, and you see a lot of cut down almond trees just sitting there waiting to be burned.
Yeah, I call them tired trees.
Well, they're all over cut down.
Yeah.
There was a problem with a lot of the almonds people weren't taking care of them, and then they had those bugs that got into them and killed. Now they go, and if the thing's not taken care of, we had the gentleman coming last year talking about this, and so a lot of them have problems. So, and they're not making as much as they were making, so they're like, I don't know about this. Well, we have to do what's best for the people. They not for China.
Yeah, they went out.
China buys all the almonds.
Taught all these other countries, how to grow almonds, and now the market's a little saturated.
Yeah, well, let's see, is there anything else? No, not important.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say just go out and get an escrow. Yeah, buy a property.
And people, stop going online to get your information. And okay.
Well, let me
back it, unless it's us. But what I'm saying is about like getting qualified for a loan and everything, because they don't care as much as local lenders care.
Right.
And just had one yesterday who was working with a company online, and they didn't. I'm like, did they tell you your FICO score? Did they tell you this information? And there was none of that.
Oh.
And then I got him, ran stuff. Okay, now, all right, we have some work to do.
Right.
You've been playing around for a month with this company. They should have told you within the first hour.
Doing any of that work.
No, they told her to pay off a collection account, but didn't tell her why or anything else. That's not what I would tell you to do. And the self-reporting stuff that you do, the telecom and all that, take that stuff off. It doesn't help you with mortgages yet.
Yeah.
And all it does is go, oh, I got to make this payment. Now let me add that to my debt to income ratio.
Yeah.
The self-reporting, if you want to fix this stuff real quick, get on somebody else's credit card as an authorized user. Fixes it right away.
Well, as long as they make the payments on time.
As long as it's not one with a bunch of lates on it.
Yeah, that would have not worked with my dad.
Yeah, I had that with a gentleman who was a vet, and his daughter-in-law goes, okay, I'm going to put him on one of my credit cards. Well, she should have been on time at least once.
Didn't do a lot of help, did
it hurt him. I'm like, please get it off.
Get
that off of their credit card.
Yeah.
It has to be one that they have a low balance and they pay on time and they've had.
Maybe she misunderstood that he wasn't going to make the payments.
If it's somebody, your kids, if they get on your credit cards, they have a low balance, they got that history. That history fixes everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes people go through divorces and the one person doesn't take care of their stuff and they let it go bad. And then that affects everybody's FICO scores.
Yeah.
But you can get through, you can get around it. Time heals everything, and we can have things that we can do to fix certain things.
Time is on your side.
No, it's never on your side. Look how old we are.
I know. It's really unnerving when you look at yourself and you go, God, I have fewer years in front of me than I have behind me. I don't think I'm going to live another 60 years.
I don't want to live another 60 years.
I'd be okay if I had new parts. But I don't know that I want to go through that. Anyway, make it a great day, guys. It's Wednesday.
You're going to make me cry.
Oh, no.
All right, everybody, make it a great day. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you. And Mike, thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here, Ed. Making this thing happen.
All right. Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.